Historically, people have used oils and vinegars to flavor meats, vegetables, cheeses. All the way back to Babylonian civilization, they made their own oils to flavor their foods. The Greeks, the Romans took it up to another level. In the late 19th century, when the French started to actually record and write down their classic cuisine, a vinaigrette was one of the mother sauces, and that's a blend of different kinds of vinegars, high quality first press oils, and whatever seasonings they wanted to add, and they used it as a sauce. Now, Caspers dressing is unique in the market right now among any other dressings because it is a classic vinaigrette. There's no water in it. It's just first press oils, highest quality oils, 100 grain aged vinegars. And in this segment, I'm going to show you how to use it as a sauce rather than as a salad dressing, and just have flavorful, wonderful results with meats and vegetables. So what I've done here is I've marinated a ribeye steak in our aged balsamic vinegar. The balsamic vinegar in this dressing is aged in oak barrels for 6 years. It's the finest, they call it a 6-star. It's the finest vinegar that you can import. And in the black walnut, we use 100 grain rice vinegar and a first press sesame seed oil. So back to my marinades. I have a ribeye steak marinating here in some balsamic vinegar, not very much. I have 2 pork chops that I've marinated in the aged balsamic vinaigrette, and I have 3 chicken thighs that I've marinated in our Caesar vinaigrette. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to grill these, and I'm going to feature some amazing equipment that Camp Chef is having us use for these demonstrations. We have this Camp Chef Pro 60 grill. It's a 2-burner. It's got folding legs, so when you flip this thing all together, one guy can carry it, anyone that can lift it. I don't know how much it weighs, but it's really easy to carry, and it's a sturdy unit, and it puts out a lot of heat. When I had this cover down just a few minutes ago, I took the temperature with this laser thermometer and had it at 900 degrees. So I flipped the lid up to cool the grill down so I could actually use it. And we're also going to use this Camp Chef. It's the Italia Artisan pizza oven. I have it here on a 3-burner Explorer stove. Now this is an amazing unit. We're going to use it to finish our steaks and pork chops with today, but we'll use it. We're going to have another video where we're going to feature pizzas, but today we're going to use it like a restaurant quality high heat. They call it a salamander in restaurants, where you finish meats at high temperatures like 600-700 degrees, and that's what I'm going to do with this oven. This oven, I have to say, I've been using it for months now, and for pizza, for steaks, for fish. But this design, it just has 2 burners under it and a pizza stone, and the design of it circulates the heat in such a way that everything cooks and sears really fast but really evenly without burning. I think the Camp Chef engineers that designed this, if they weren't doing this, they'd probably be working for NASA or something like that, and we'd actually make further advances in space exploration. But this is a wonderfully designed unit. So I'm going to go ahead and mark these meats to start on the grill. And by mark, all I mean is I'm going to get grill lines on them, but they're not going to be cooked in the middle. They're just going to have some grill lines on them. See the grill lines on them right there? Just want to make them look pretty. Seal the skin a little bit. See, the ribeye's got some nice lines on it. Pull the pork chops around. Yeah, this little unit is heating really evenly all the way around. Important thing is when you throw your steaks or your chicken on, if you don't have enough power, they call it BTUs, enough gas power coming out there, the grill loses its temperature. This one, temperature didn't seem to drop. It just kept going. So that's why I like using this product. It looks like they're marked enough. Now I'm going to go ahead and transfer them to this Camp Chef cast iron skillet. Put this one on this side. It's pretty hot. Put the pork chops here. Got these silicone pads to protect my table. I'm going to put the chicken in this smaller little cast iron unit. Now we're all finished with this guy. And I'll put the chicken over here. And as I mentioned, the chicken is marinated in the Caesar dressing and vinaigrette. The pork chop in balsamic. No, the pork chop in the black walnut and basil, and the ribeye steak in the aged balsamic. Now we're going to prepare some toppings, or I've already prepared some toppings for these while they're sitting here. I'm going to put some vegetables and cheeses on top of these guys for added flavor. This is just a combination of seeded cherry tomatoes and red onions. And then on the pork chop, I have some mushrooms. Mushrooms and that black walnut dressing just really seem to go well together. Mushrooms on top of there. And then in addition to the mushrooms, I'm going to put a little blue cheese on top of these pork chops. Not too much, but just enough to get flavor on, so you get a little bit of blue cheese in every bite. So I've got some blue cheese here. Yeah, maybe a little more. Some big pork chops. Okay, so blue cheese on the pork chops. Then we're going to put some feta cheese along with the tomatoes on the balsamic ribeye steak. Let's just spread that around. Perfect. And then on my chicken thighs, which I've marked, I'm going to put some yellow onions. Just spread them all around. Yellow onions. And Parmesan cheese. If I could get this container open. Just spread that around there. Now, so you can see, these haven't been cooked, they've just been marked, seared a little bit on the outside, and we're going to finish them in the Camp Chef Italia Artisan pizza oven. But before we do that, we'll make a side dish of vegetables, and you do the same thing. Use these dressings, as we call them, as sauces for sauteed vegetables. This is zucchini and yellow squash. Now I've got my balsamic vinaigrette here, and I'm going to pour it on. Hear that sizzle? Fresh asparagus. Once again, I'm going to take some of the balsamic vinaigrette and deglaze it. Perfect. Itty bitty little garlic. And there go the Brussels sprouts. Caspers Caesar dressing, using it as a sauce for finishing Brussels sprouts. Now we're going to put all this together. We're going to go ahead and finish off the meats and then put them together with these delicious vegetables we just sauteed. First, let me take the temperature of this pizza oven. I've had it on medium for about 20 minutes. I'd like it over 600 degrees before I put in these skillets. So I got to check this. And unfortunately, I have this problem where my arms are too short. So let me make sure I'm getting this temperature right. Okay, 603 degrees, we're good. And I'll get my chicken skillet, and I anticipate in about 5 or 6 minutes they'll be seared and finished. The steak, the pork chops will be done. I anticipate the ribeye steak to be medium, and the chicken will be finished. While our steaks, chops, and chicken are finishing in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and put the vegetables on the plate for them. Just a couple more minutes on our steaks, chops, and chicken. One thing that I like to do, and a lot of our customers say it's the main thing they do with this dressing, is use it as a dipping sauce with bread with their meals. So what I do is I fill up these little ramekins, and I'm going to serve them with some crusty bread. Basically, you just dip it, get a lot on there. You just don't want to put it out too early, because they'll fill up on this and not have enough room left for that. Put it right on there. I want you to notice how little drippings is in this pan compared to how much meat and cheese and other product we had. That temperature, that's 600 plus degrees, just seared that meat perfectly, so all the flavor is locked in here. And then the finishing touch is on the balsamic steak. We're going to add a little balsamic vinegar right here at the end, and that'll give it a real tangy finish. It's a great sauce. This is the Black Walnut and Basil pork chop with blue cheese and mushrooms on it. We're going to finish it with a little bit of this sauce, and then the chicken with the onions and Parmesan. We're going to put a little bit of this Caesar dressing on there. Oh, delicious. And there we have it. 3 beautiful entrees and sides using a classic vinaigrette as a dressing.